Welcome to The Case Within. True crime storytelling done responsibly. This is a story about uncovering truths, beginning with your own. While the show is based on multiple accounts of real-life crimes, the full story and names have been fictionalized. The Case Within is an immersive listening experience. At times, it may seem like sounds are coming from the sides or behind you. The show contains depictions of violence, sexual assault, mild language, PTSD, and traumatic events that some people may find disturbing. Content warnings for this episode are listed at the end of this show's notes page. Listener discretion is advised. Whimsical Entertainment presents The Case Within, created by Jonathan W. Robbins and Gillian Clare. Episode 7, Nuclear Family.
While the majority of abductions are family-related and the risk of injury or death is marginal, in kidnappings by strangers, nearly 20% of victims are found deceased.
Help me, Nicole.
I'll give you 3,000. But look at her.
Avenge me.
Yeah?
Director Mendez, it's Bomber. You were right.
I know. I wish I weren't.
Me too. Listen, we need to put a hold on Charles and Jennifer's passports while we wait for connecting evidence.
That's a big ask, Bomber, when there aren't any charges on file for either one of them yet. What makes you think they're gonna flee the country?
What if they were driving by and saw the excavation?
What, they just happen to be driving through their old town 2 hours away?
Well, someone upkeeps the property.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we can't be sure. All right, I'll make some calls.
Thank you, sir.
Help me! Please!
What have you done, you son of a bitch?
Nothing. Until you can prove otherwise.
The evidence connecting Erin to you is all circumstantial, but there's enough pieces to bring you in.
But can you hold me? You know what the Department of Justice will say. You don't have a warrant.
We've got the bloodstains in the basement, signs of imprisonment, and now her remains in the fucking backyard.
I'm just the real estate agent.
Damn it. It still could have been anyone who killed her. It could have been Jennifer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You just don't know.
Jennifer! Please!
Fuck. All this time I've been focusing on Charles, but what if Jennifer was calling the shots? She persuades him to kidnap her. She's too hard to control, so she kills her. Or persuades him to kill her, I don't know.
In a case from Canada in 1992, Paul Bernardo and his wife Carla Homolka were arrested for the abduction and murder of 2 teenage girls, Leslie Mahaffey and Kristen French. Homolka was convicted only of manslaughter after a plea bargain that framed her as a victim of domestic abuse, which led to her being an unwilling accomplice. While subsequent evidence proved Homolka was a more willing participant than she claimed, and in fact was largely responsible for the sexual assault and murder of her own sister as well, prosecutors had determined that Bernardo was more important, and locking him up for good was priority.
Even if it was Jennifer who did it, most likely you'd get the dangerous offender designation and she'd get a downgraded charge to testify against you. I need someone to testify.
What if she wasn't murdered at all?
A suicide? Also possible. She gave up hope on escaping, saw no other way out. But someone buried the body. Still a crime. An autopsy's gotta turn up something.
That takes time. And in the meantime, I saw you.
Fuck!
The braised beef is really good.
Your father's a fine cook.
Have to be. Can't eat out, so gotta know how to make it myself. Not like Jennifer can. She'd overcook it.
Honey.
She would. She'd dry that meat out to the point that you break a bloody tooth on it.
That's not fair.
It's the truth.
You could eat out without me, have a date night.
Erin, come on now. You know we can't do that.
You're not thinking of running away again, are you? Trying to trick us?
No, I didn't mean it in that way, I swear.
Well, Erin knows what'll happen if she ever tries anything like that again.
I do. I won't.
Besides, she also knows that we have the property booby-trapped. She'd never make it past the front gate.
Exactly. So, you don't have to stay here on account of me.
We could lock her up again while we were out.
No, you don't have to do that.
Does that scare you?
Yes, please.
Jennifer.
I won't do anything.
We can lock you up anytime we want.
Stop, please.
Jennifer.
You ungrateful, is that it?
Jennifer, shut the fuck up! You don't talk to our daughter that way. We are a family. We dine together and we stay together. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Now please finish your food.
Good morning, Special Agent Balmer.
Is it?
You failed me, Nicole.
No, I didn't. I couldn't have stopped this. It must have happened long before I ever even knew about the case.
But I'm still dead.
I wish I was involved with this case sooner.
But you didn't know about me until my mother called you.
Oh, God. Your mother. What am I going to say to her?
The truth.
I've never had to tell anyone their child is dead before.
And this probably won't be the only time you ever have to.
No. Probably not.
It's not your fault. It's the system that failed me.
Yes. The case never should have been closed.
So what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to make sure Charles and Jennifer can never hurt anyone ever again.
You'll need a strong case if you want no parole.
I've got so much to connect them to you already. The initial reports from the waitress, placing them at the diner with you the last day you were seen alive, Charles's connection to the garage with the car, and also to the property where you were buried.
So, let's say you get my autopsy and it confirms that I was murdered. Will that prove he did it, beyond a reasonable doubt?
Maybe. But maybe's not good enough.
What about the letter?
The letter? Of course, if you were dead, then you couldn't have sent the letter. That means Charles or Jennifer did. That would be enough to connect them to you. I'm gonna get them, Erin. I'm gonna get those fuckers.
Where's Erin?
In her room, listening to that music of hers. Teenagers.
She's not a teenager anymore.
How old is she now?
She's 23.
Well, you wouldn't know it. She acts like a teenager.
She's a grown woman.
She's our baby.
She is not. She's not a baby.
You know what I mean.
I wanted a baby, but you couldn't have one.
I know. But that's why God brought her to us.
I want a baby, Jennifer.
Don't you love her?
I want a baby, an actual baby that I can raise.
That we can raise.
No. You don't get a say in it because you can't provide.
We'll find another. We can go out right now. We'll find one. Younger this time.
That's not good enough.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is maybe God didn't give Erin to us to be our daughter. Maybe she's supposed to be a mother.
Charles,
She can,
no.
She can give me what you can't.
You want to fuck her? Is that what this is about?
Oh, that's how you do it, isn't it?
You want to fuck our daughter?
She's not our daughter.
Were you going to do it in our bed?
Does it matter?
Our bed!
Stop overreacting!
I would rather she die than let that happen.
Don't you lay a fucking finger on her.
I'll kill her. You hear me?
Jennifer?
Mom?
Balmer.
Special Agent Balmer, the dental analysis came in on the remains we found at the property in Fillmore.
Hit me.
The deceased was a 39-year-old...
39?
Yes, a 39-year-old female by the name of Jennifer McDonaugh.
Holy shit.
I'm emailing you copies of the report right now.
Thank you. So if he killed his wife...
You didn't even recognize me.
The woman in the window. That was you.
Must have been.
Were you complicit in this? You were there all alone in the house. He was out. Why didn't you run? Stockholm Syndrome? You were imprisoned. Conditioned by deprivation, no sunlight, probably no food.
You know what that's like?
I've got to get you out of there. Now.
Arrests have procedures. You need more time.
You may not have time.
Stockholm Syndrome was a term coined by the media after a 1973 bank robbery in Stockholm, Sweden, in which 4 hostages refused to testify against the robbers who held them, and even defended their actions. The term is commonly used to describe situations in which a person develops feelings for their captor. However, it has never been recognized as a psychiatric condition by the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders.
Miss Stevens.
I'm not letting you in without a warrant. I know my rights.
I'm not here to arrest you, Miss Stevens.
Then what are you here for?
I need your help.
My help?
Yes.
I think you owe me something first.
You want me to pay you?
That's not what I mean.
What do you mean, then?
I think you know.
You want me to apologize. Fine. I'm sorry I upset you yesterday.
Upset me? Upset is hardly the word.
Okay, I gave you a bit of a fright.
Again with the understatement. You, a white FBI agent, threatened me, a black woman, with your gun. You are a trigger-happy Karen. Do you have any idea the history black people in this country have had with law enforcement? Or don't they teach you that at Quantico? I'll let you in on a secret. We haven't had the healthiest relationship.
You're absolutely right. That must have been traumatic. I was out of line.
Way out of line.
Way out of line. And I apologize for my actions.
Apology appreciated, not accepted. Now, what do you need?
You're willing to help me?
You said a young woman was in trouble. I was never not going to help you.
Thank you. I just need to know when Charles is away from his house. He's already seen me once, and he can't know he's under surveillance. But he's used to seeing you.
That's it? You just want me to watch him?
Just do what you always do. Take a stroll, and when you see him leave, call me. I'll be nearby.
Don't forget we need cereal.
Hey, Charles.
Hi.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Bomber.
He's gone. And I don't know for how long.
Thank you.
Yes?
Erin Michaels?
McDonaugh. You thought you'd know what to say, but you don't, do you?
Erin, I'm Special Agent Nicole Bomber with the FBI.
The FBI? I haven't done anything wrong.
I know you haven't. Erin, I'm here to take you home.
This is my home.
Erin, I know you're scared. I've been there, but we know what happened to you. We know about Jennifer.
You can't be here.
If you come with me right now, I promise you, I won't let him harm you ever again. Trust me.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Are you in danger?
I have a son.
The preferred method of rescue in any captive situation is the one that involves the least risk. Without an immediate risk of danger, Nicole Bomber's actions that day were arguably sensible, while outside of standard procedures. Why Erin wouldn't leave willingly, however, was not clear.
Knocking would be nice.
Charles McDonaugh murdered his wife. That's who he buried in the backyard.
You can pin it to him?
Not yet, but I know it was him.
Well, that's not good enough for the DOJ.
Connecting him to Erin Michaels won't be an issue because he's living with her. And their child.
How do you know that?
I scouted the place. And I spoke to her.
Oh, no. Bomber, we talked about you taking risks like that.
I thought I could convince her to leave with me. She was too scared. I could see it on her face.
If we bring the man in, you'll have 48 hours to get concrete evidence. Or we can't keep him. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, I'll assemble an extraction team. Meet me in briefing room C.
There you go. There you go. Come on. I've got him.
Him? It's a boy?
Sure looks that way.
I want to see him.
No, give me a fucking minute here. I'm trying to figure out how to cut this thing. Okay, there.
Let me hold him. He's beautiful.
Of course he's beautiful. He's my boy.
What are we going to name him?
I'm going to name him Mark.
I want to call him Ethan.
Shut your mouth. He's named what I say he's named. Come on, give him to me.
No, please, I want to hold him.
Give him to me. Fine, you get all that stuff off him then and tell him to stop crying. He's a boy, for God's sake.
He's a baby.
Will you fuck, look at me. Oh, you ruined my clothes. Okay, all right, I'm going to take a shower. When I'm done, he better not still be crying, okay?
I'm not gonna let him hurt you.
The Case Within stars Gillian Clare as Nicole, Gillian Shea Spader as Erin, Eric Martzoff as Charles, Martha Madison as Jennifer, Jonathan W. Robbins as the narrator, Abhi Sinha as Suresh, and A. Martinez as Director Mendez, with Patrika Darbo as Lorraine, Paul Nigro as Dr. Saunders, Carolyn Hennessy as Debbie, Addie Dadio as Nina, Dee Freeman as Tamara, and Daryl Dennis as Agent Croft. Additional performances by Paula Lindberg, Roger Estrada, and Robb Padgett. Written by Jonathan W. Robbins and Matthew Carvery. Directed by Gillian Clare and Jonathan W. Robbins. Executive produced by Rachel Beatty. Produced by Gillian Clare and Jonathan W. Robbins. Consulting producer Susan Bernhardt. Story producer Matthew Carvery. Associate producers Theodore Carvery, Tim Crawford, Myrtle McGovern, and Patrika Darbo. Original music by Corey Celeste. Edited by Jonathan W. Robbins. Mixed by Corey Celeste. Audio engineering by Eric Milos. Assistant audio engineer Maurice Soak Jr. Catering provided by 16 Meals. Recorded at Clear Lake Studios. The Case Within is a SAG-AFTRA podcast. Special thanks to Susan Bernhardt, Robert Bernhardt, Seaton Spark, Shane Easton, Benjamin Berg, Ed Robinson, Tanya Einen, Katya Gardner, Robb Goki, Rob Padgett, Maria Lisi, Jennifer Liao, Matt Jackson, Beth Newcomb, Matt Newcomb, Jody Younce, Allison Vanor, and all of our generous contributors.